All right. You hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? If you can see me and you can hear me, can you type yes in the comments? Good evening, everybody. How are you? How are you doing? Can you type yes in the comments if you can see me and you can hear me? All right, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. All right, if you're ready for this, can you type I am ready? Can you type I am ready? I have a few minutes. I want to make the best use of it. Fantastic. Fantastic. It's going to be a great time. Thank you so much. Miss Happiness Fellow Computers, thank you so much for the opportunity to be a part of this. It's such a privilege to have encountered you. Such a great privilege to have encountered you. Are you still recording? I just want to be sure that you're still recording. Are you still recording? 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 All right, good. All right, thank you so much, Miss Falcon Peters. Happiness. Thank you so much for the privilege to do this. Thank you for and thank God for the privilege to have encountered you a few years ago. I'm super excited for what God is doing through you, in you, and for you. Uh, I can see how many follow Peters. Is that your mom? Is that your mom? Is that your mom? I know Hope. I know Hope is your sister, but is that your mom? Oh wow. We celebrate you, ma. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We celebrate you, ma. I've not seen you one on one, hopefully one of these days. Thank you so much for the support and the help and motivation and the inspiration that you have been feeding happiness with. Thank you so much for your support for our vision and our dreams. My prayer is that more of this will be done in your lifetime in good health and happiness. As the name of your daughter is happiness. All right, fantastic. My wife is also on the call from Malaya Bio. Thank you so much for joining. Love you. Thank you for joining. I can see some people. Oh, let me post this on my community again so that we can get some other people to join. It's really gonna be a great time. I won't spend so much time, but you can be sure that it's gonna be a blast. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Let me just post this and drop the link. Okay. Uh, live now. Let's try. Five, stand by five. Join with the link below. All right. Great, 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 great. All right, great. I'm super excited to be here, and I'm sure that your life will not remain the same. That is certain that your life will not remain the same. Right. Now, thriving in such a time as this, in such a time as this, when there's a lot of chaos in the world, uh so much, so many things are unstable in the world right now, right? From issues and families to issues in school to issues at workplaces. So many people are frustrated. Many people are aggravated. So many people are facing a lot of limitations, and many people do not know how to move. They don't know how to move from where they are right now to where they desire to be. They don't know how to move from where they are right now to where they desire to be. It's one thing for you to know what to do and be following the process to get you there is another thing not to know what to do at all, right? And that's the place so many people are. Many people don't know how to thrive in such a time as this, right? So the aim of the conference is to get you to a level whereby you are able to get clarity. After this conference, I believe you are gonna be able to get clarity. You will have gotten clarity on what you need to do right now to move from where you are right now to where you desire to be, to where you desire to be. All right, so I'm gonna say a few things where I'm gonna say a few things and then give you like two, three examples of what I'm zeroing on tonight, and then that will be all. But I want you to pay attention. Attention is a currency. That's why people pay it. You don't give attention, actually, you pay it. All right, because as you are paying it, you are depriving yourself from something else, right? The whole essence of paying attention is that you are dropping your value. Attention is value. You are dropping your value so that you can gain something. If you don't gain anything from a particular conference, a particular space, particular training, it means that you did not pay. You can pay money and not pay attention. Some people pay money, but they don't pay attention. Paying money doesn't mean that you're going to pay attention, because attention has to do with the fact that your thoughts and your emotions are focused on what you want to receive, right? And I believe it's going to be good tonight. So I want to help you establish a particular concept, right? I have limited time, right? So I want to help you establish a particular concept that will help you in the manifestation of your vision and your purpose, right? I want to bring to you a concept that will help you in the manifestation of your vision and your purpose. Once you can get this concept, no matter the season that you are in, no matter what is happening in your life, no matter what is going through you or what you are going through, you will always be able to manifest the vision and the purpose that God has set over your life. Mr. Peter, I see you. Thank you so much for joining. Thanks so much for joining, Mr. Peters. I think I see Bolajoko. Yes, I see Arika is on the call. Thank you so much for joining. Right. No matter where you are, no matter what is happening in your life, once you get this concept, you will be able to manifest your purpose and be able to manifest your vision and your mission. You'll be able to manifest your purpose, you may be able to manifest your vision, and you'll be able to manifest your mission. Now, the way you came into the world is the same way you are going to live your life in the world. I'll say that again. The same way you came into the world is the same way you will live your life in the world. How did you come into the world? You came into the world through a womb. Except, I don't know, maybe you came out from water or from tree, or you came out from the sky, right? Everyone born of a woman came through the womb, right? Jesus Christ, Son of the living God, also came through the same means, right? Leaving us a pattern through which God wants people to come into the world, right? It's a pattern. It's a pattern. I've been doing a study for a while now, and the study I've been doing is this study is about the things that will be, even if there was no fall of man, even if there was no fall of man in the world at all. These things will still be, because the things that will be, even if there was no fall of man, those are really the principles of God. Those are really the principles God has designed people to live by. The principles that will exist, the principles that exist regardless of the fall of man or not. Those are really the principles that God desired man to live by, right? I'm going to share one of those principles with you, right? What is that principle? That principle is the is the principle I tagged the I tagged it the law of preview. You can write it down. The law of preview. The law of preview. Once you understand this law of preview, oh, you are going manifesting your purpose, manifesting your vision, manifesting your mission will be much more easier for you. I call it the law of preview. The law of preview, right? The law of preview. Now, don't forget what I was saying, that the way you came into the world is the same way you will live your life in the world. How did you come into the world? You came into the world through a womb. You came into the world through a womb, right? A man and a woman come together, sexual intercourse, and then the woman becomes pregnant, and then the pregnancy begin to grow, 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 right? And then it grows to a level whereby it cannot stay in the invisible realm anymore. It has to push everyone and everyone around the person to come out. Many people have died without manifesting their purpose and their vision because they do not understand this law of preview. They do not understand that the same way they came into the world is the same way they have been designed to live their life in the world. You have been designed to live your life in the world by manifesting your purpose and your vision from the unseen to the seen realm. I hope you are aware that there was a time that you existed, but you were not physically present on it. But you existed already. I always love to say that naming ceremony is the start of a completed product. The day you were given back to is not that. No, that was not the day God started with you. No, if you read the story of John the Baptist, they were asking John the Baptist. They say, "Who are you? Are you the Messiah? Are you this? Are you that?" John the Baptist said, I'm not the Messiah. I'm not this. I'm not that. I'm not." He said, "I am the voice crying in the wilderness." Now, that looks very simple until you take you backtrack like some years before, right? Because if you backtrack some years before, you will now realize that what John the Baptist was actually saying was that Isaiah talked about the fact that he was hearing the voice of somebody. Isaiah said, "I can hear the voice of one crying in the wilderness. Make way for the coming of the Lord. I can hear the voice of one crying in the wilderness." Isaiah was just saying that I can perceive, I'm hearing that somebody is crying in the wilderness. Now, that was John the Baptist, right? Because when John the Baptist now came, he said, "I am the voice crying in the wilderness." In other words, that voice Isaiah said he was hearing, I am the present. So, right from the days of Isaiah, John the Baptist was already in existence, but it was not time for him to come yet. The same way many other people are in existence right now. But some of them, it is 2 months' time they will give birth to them. Some of them, it is 5 years' time they will give birth to them. Some of them, it is 2 years' time they will give birth to them. Why do you think you are on earth right now? Have you ever asked yourself, why didn't you come in the time of Moses? Why didn't you come in the time of Abraham? Why were you not part of the people that were following Jesus Christ? Why were you not part of the people that why didn't you come during the time of Tower of Babel? It is because this is the time assigned for you to come. You didn't come on earth at this moment because your parent wanted you to come. For all I care, it could have been somebody else. If it was you that came, since it was you that came into the world, it is because it was you God wanted to bring at that time. Because there are so many people now that are not born yet. They could have been born right now, but no, it's not their time yet. So you are here right now because it is your time to be on earth right now. What am I saying? Things come from the unseen realm to the seen realm. That's just how it is, right? Life is first of all intangible before it is tangible. Life is first of all intangible before it is tangible. Life is first of all intangible before it is tangible. In the same way, you are tripartite, right? You are a spirit, you have a soul, you live in a body. But right now, all we can see is your body. But are you your body? No, you are a spirit. So as I'm speaking to you right now, you can only see my body. The person that is really speaking to you, you are not seeing him. The person speaking to you is inside me. And this is not the person speaking to you. The person speaking to you is a spirit, right? Under the influence of the Holy Spirit is a spirit, right? So now what is happening to you is that you are enjoying an intangible expression through a tangible vessel. That's what is happening. If you hear that, say I hear that. If you're following, 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 type I hear that. Type I hear that. If you're following, type I hear that. If you're following, type I hear that. If you're following, type I hear that in the comments. Type I hear that in the comments. If you're following, type I hear that in the comments. If you're following, type I hear that in the comments. I want to be sure I'm not speaking to myself. If you can hear me, type I hear that in the comments. Right, back down. If you can hear me, type I hear that in the comments. If you can hear me, type I hear that in the comments. Type I hear that in the comments. Type I hear that in the comments. If you can hear me, type I hear that in the comments. I hear that. 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 If you can hear me, type I hear that in the comments. If you can hear me, type I hear that in the comments. If you can hear me, type I hear that in the comments. If you can hear me, type I hear that in the comments. If you can hear me, type I hear that in the comments. If you can hear me, type I hear that in the comments. If you can hear me, type I hear that in the comments. If you can hear me, type I hear that in the comments. If you can hear me, type I hear that in the comments. All right. So things are first of all intangible before they become tangible. Things are designed to be manifested on earth from the invisible to the visible. Your vision is in the invisible realm. That vision will be manifested in the visible realm, right? Your purpose is in the invisible realm, and you need to understand how to move it from the invisible realm to the visible realm so that people can engage it, right? You carry the life of God. If you have the life of God, you are supposed to translate that life into light. Your purpose is simply about translating the life of God in you to light. That's all, right? What is light? Light is solution. What is life, right? I love to say life to light, right? Life to light, life to light, life to light, life to light. That's your assignment in the on head. Life to light, life to light, eternal life to light, eternal life to light. That's your assignment. Right? The word says that in the beginning was the word was with God, the word was God, right? Nothing was created without him. Everything was created by him, right? He said, in him was life, and that life became light. Can you see that? All right. So, what is your purpose? Your purpose basically is about translating the life of God to become light on earth. What is life? Life is consciousness, right? So, your work is to get access into the consciousness of God, realize what he wants you to do, and then now translate that thing he wants you to do as demonstrable solutions that men can relate with on earth. That's all. Life to light. Light is solution. Demonstrable solutions that people can relate with and can bring transformation to the life of men. Right. But before you can do that, you have to be able to engage. You have to be able to move from the invisible to the visible. You have to understand the concept of moving things from the invisible to the visible. And it's going to happen through the process of a womb. It's going to happen through the process of a womb. Your heart is the womb of your life. Your heart is the womb of your life. Another word for the heart is called the subconscious mind. We have a conscious mind and we have a subconscious mind. The conscious mind can be likened onto you having a camera in your hand and viewing different things. That's what happened with your conscious mind, right? It is said that a human being, the thought of a human being, about 30,000 thoughts pass through the mind of a human being in a day. About 30,000 thoughts. Conscious mind. Ah, what will I eat now? Where will I go tomorrow? What will I wear? Ah, okay. Have I called back? Okay, I will send message. Ah, I've not watched this thing. Ah, I need to watch this. Oh, and about 30,000 thoughts in a day, right? However, your subconscious mind is what really controls you, right? Because it is said that 95% of our actions in a day is controlled by our subconscious mind. It's controlled by our subconscious mind or the heart. While the conscious mind can be likened onto you having the camera and viewing different things, right? Just turning on your camera and viewing different things, your subconscious mind can be likened onto snapping things through your camera. Now, you don't print out what you view in life. You print out what you snap in life. Many people are viewing their purpose and their vision, thinking that viewing is the same as snapping. No, those are two different things. Imagine you went for an event and all you did through the event was that you just carry your phone and then you're just viewing. Has it happened to you before? Someone, someone gave me his phone one day to help him to cover something, and then I cover it. I was so glad. Wow, this is so nice. And then I gave him back the phone, only to realize that all I did was viewing. I did not snap. I didn't snap anything. I didn't record anything. You only have the chance to print out what you record. You only have the chance to post what you record. You don't post what you view, you post what is recorded. If you hear that, type I hear that. If you hear that, type I hear that in the comments. If you hear that, type I hear that in the comments. That's how people have been viewing their lives. Some people will never thrive because they have not captured anything. They don't, they keep viewing through life. They don't capture anything, right? Because capturing has to do with you paying attention. So, one of the most important things you can do in your life is learning how to pay attention. Some people, their distraction level is so high, they can hardly pay attention to anything. They can hardly pay attention to anything, right? They can hardly pay attention to anything. So you don't print out what you view, you print out what you record. Your heart receives only the things that you record. By recording, I mean you paying attention, because have you seen somebody recording just carrying I was at a particular event today, and the person I was recording was just carrying the she was live on Facebook, and then she just carried the phone, and then she went to carry something, and then she put the camera down. I'm like, what's happening here? No, 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 you don't you it's only the things that you record that people can see. It's only the things that you record that can be retained. It's only the things that you record that you can post. It's only the things that you record that people can relate with, until you start recording your purpose and recording your vision. Don't expect any engagement with people on earth. The reason why many people will not engage your vision and your purpose in life is that you are only viewing, you are not recording yet, because recording has to do with you paying attention, it has to do with you focusing, it has to do with you putting your energy, right? I mean, no photographer want to snap and then they are just distracted. No, they will stay and then they will stay and then they will click. They will stay, then they will click. They will stay, then they will click. That's how to record. That's how to pay attention. That's how to engage what God has given you. So the vision that God has given you, do you understand it? Has it entered into your heart? Do you understand it? Are you clear? Do you have clarity about that vision? That's what God has designed you to do. Can you write that in a sentence? Are you clear? What's your value proposition? Do you have a vision? What's your vision? Does your heart understand your vision? Your heart is the driver of your life. Let me see if I can run this up in the next 10 minutes. 10, 15 minutes, thereabout. Your heart is the driver of your life. If you do not pay attention and apply focus and apply your energy to that vision, to understanding that vision and purpose, it will never enter your heart. And once it does not enter your heart, it means your driver does not know your vision and your purpose. Your heart is the driver of your life. You don't get to where you are going because you want to get there. You get to where you want to go because the driver understands where you're going. Your heart is the pilot of your life. Your head can understand something and your heart does not understand it, right? Because your heart understanding it takes you paying attention over it over time, paying attention to it over time, right? Engaging it over time, being focused on it, focusing your energy on it over time. This is also the same way you will manifest the resources you need for your vision and purpose on earth. It's the same way you will manifest it. The same way you will manifest your provision. Provision for the vision, right? The word pro is for. Provision for the sake of the vision, for the enhancement of the vision. So the provisions God will give to you, you will still not be able to harness them, because the same way you will bat your purpose is the same way you will also bat the provisions that you will need for your purpose. Everything will move from the unseen to the seen realm, right? So let me now zero in on the law of preview. Let me zero in on the law of preview. The law of preview states that before things eventually manifest, you will have a small view of it. You will have a preview of it first. Before someone becomes king, it will first of all become a prince. Who is a prince? A prince is a preview of the future king. Before someone becomes a man, it will first of all become a boy. Who is a boy? A boy is a preview of the man that is coming. If the boy is bad, the man will be bad. Who is a girl? A girl is a preview of a woman. So before the manifestation of the bigger format, God gives you the chance to have a preview first. You see, before the manifestation of Jesus Christ, there is a preview. In the Old Testament, the Old Testament is a preview. It is called a shadow of things to come. It's a preview. God will give you a preview of what is coming. Before the entirety of something manifests, you have the chance to get a preview of it first. What is a seed? A seed is a preview of a tree. A seed is a preview of a fruit. A seed is a preview of a fruit. A seed is a preview of a fruit. All right. So let me run this up. Let me tie this up. So your heart is also a preview of what is about to happen in your life. So guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it, just give me 5 more minutes. Guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Another one says, out of it are the boundaries of life. In other words, if the boundary in your heart is 50, don't expect to have 100 in the physical. If God has given you a global vision, but in your heart, it is a local one, don't expect that all of a sudden you will have a global one in the physical. It will never happen. Because in the preview, which is your heart, it is local, even though God wants it to be global. All right. So I'll show you something. So let me show you something quickly. Even if you are at a particular point where you don't have anything, right? Just give me 5 more minutes. By 9:10, I'll be done with this. Even if you're at the particular point in your life where you don't have anything, you don't have any money, you don't have anybody, you don't have anything. See, don't be scared at all. Why? Because once you get the preview right, the manifestation in the physical will be right. There was a man, his name was Jacob. He went to meet his master. He said, I've been serving you for a while now. Please, I would love to take care of my own family now and all of that. Please just let me go so that I can start taking care of my own family. Oh, and the name of his boss is Laban. Laban said, okay, no problem. So what's the deal? And then Jacob said, please just allow me to go through all the sheep and all the sheep that are spotted and speckled, let them be mine. And all the ones that are not spotted or speckled, I won't touch them. Just give me the ones that are spotted and speckled. Oh, and Boss Laban said, oh, no problem. Go ahead, go through all the sheep and go and carry the ones that you want. Go and carry the ones that you want, right? That are spotted and speckled. Go and carry them. I give you the permission to carry them. Now, before Jacob gets to the sheep and pick out the spotted and the speckled ones for himself, like they agreed, Laban had gone ahead, sabotaged him, and carried away all the animals that are spotted and speckled. So Jacob got to the sheep, wanting to take out the ones that are spotted and speckled, and realized, where are all these spotted and speckled sheep that are here? Laban had carried all of them. Oh my God. So what will I have now? Why is this man so wicked? Our agreement is that I will have the spotted and the speckled ones. But he had gone ahead of me to take away all the spotted and speckled ones. So I don't have anything. Are you following what I'm saying? If you're following, please type yes. I need you to get this. I'm going to round this up now, but I need you to get this. Type yes. If you're following, type yes. If you're following, you get what I'm saying? Type yes. Type yes. Type yes. Type yes. All right, good. Now, eventually, Jacob got so many spotted and speckled animals. But how did he get them? He got them from nothing, guys. From nothing. How? Because Laban already carried away all the spotted and speckled animals. So how did Jacob get his own? Law of preview. Since I understood this law, I realized that, let me tell you, even if you don't have 1 naira in your pocket, make sure there is money in your preview. Maybe you get what I'm saying later. Right. So what did Jacob do? Jacob understood the law of preview. And you know what he did? He gave a physical representation of what he desired to have, even though it was not available in the physical. His boss has taken them away. He went and cut trees in a spotted and speckled manner and put the trees in front of animals that were not spotted or speckled. But as those animals were looking at the spotted and speckled trees, branches he has cut, and as they were mating, they were giving back to what they were seeing. That is the law of preview. They were giving back to what they were seeing. In other words, you have been designed to give back to what you are seeing in your heart. That is why God will tell Abraham, come out. I want to make you father of many nations, but law of preview is very important. No matter how much I want to give you, make you father of many nations, if you don't understand this thing, you will never become one. So look at the sky, Oga. Can you count the sky? Can you count the stars? He said, no, I can't count the stars. God said, no problem. That is how your descendant will be. So God gave Abraham a picture of what he wanted him to execute. Now, that is not all, because God didn't just give him a picture. God gave Abraham a picture he will see every day because the stars come out every night. So this is God giving a practical example of how you bat something from the invisible to the visible. This is a practical example of how to bat something. You desire something, but you don't know how to give back to it. This is how to give back to it. Have a picture of it in your front. And then God told Abraham, he said, no, that's not all. What's your name again? He said, Abraham. He said, all right, scratch that. From today, you're going to be Abraham. Why? Because Abraham means father of many nations. All right, means happiness. How many times have people called you today? How many times have someone called you today? Can you help me? How many times have you had the name happiness today? Someone is trying to call you, maybe mention your name, or maybe call your attention to something. Happiness, please. Happiness. How many times has somebody called you? Do you know how many times? Can you count it? Okay, but people have called you today, right? So people have called you countless times. Can you see that? So as people were calling there is hardly a day people will not call you. So as they are calling him Abraham, he was hearing it. At night, when he looked up, he was seeing it. So God gave him something that will happen to his ears and his eyes daily. So he says, my son, pay attention to my words. After that, he said, incline your ears to my saying. Can you see? He said, do not let them depart from your eyes. Can you see that? He said, keep them in the midst of thy heart. Can you see? You can't keep what you don't have. You can only keep what you have. Right? If I just tell you now, Miss Happiness, please keep 50,000 naira for me. Won't you be wondering? It's not with me. Oh. I don't know. But if I send it to you and you have it, then you can keep it. All right. So when God said, incline your ears to my saying, do not let them depart from your eyes, the third thing is keep them in the midst of thy heart. It means by hearing and seeing them, you have them. And when you have them, now you can keep them in the midst of your heart. Don't forget the law of preview. You are at the crossroad. You don't know what to do anymore. You don't know how to navigate. Remember the law of preview. Your eyes, your ears. You must keep hearing and seeing them because that is how that thing will enter your heart. And once it enters your heart, then you have the right preview of it. And when you have the right preview of it, out of your heart flows the boundaries of life. Once it enters your heart, then it can manifest in your life. This is how you will manifest your purpose. This is how you will manifest your vision. This is how you will manifest your provision. I hope you got that. Thank you so much for having me, Miss Happiness. Super excited to be here one more time. Thank you, everybody, for listening. I believe you were blessed. Thank you so much. No, if there are no questions, I believe that most likely I want more clarity on, or I want more clarity on how we came into the world through the womb and we will live our life through the womb. All right. So basically, okay, so let me just answer that. So basically, how that works is that how you came into the world is you came into the world through a womb. And your womb, the womb of your life is your heart. All right. The womb is supposed to move things from the invisible to the visible, right? You were once in the invisible. Now you are in the visible. How did you move from the invisible to the visible? Through the womb. right? So the womb is the channel through which human beings are moved from the invisible to the visible. In the same way, your heart is the womb of your life. It is where things will move from the invisible to the visible in your life. It is where your vision will move from the invisible to the visible. It is where your purpose will move from the invisible to the visible. It is where your provisions will move from the invisible to the visible. All right. So the same way uh, an embryo is implanted into the heart, into the womb, is the same way the vision, the purpose, the provision, the desire you have must be implanted in your heart. The same way people have miscarriages is the same way many other people miscarry their vision, miscarry their purpose, miscarry the provision, miscarry the desires that they have. Why? Because uh, many times miscarriage happen because the 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 zygote is unable to be implanted in the heart or in the womb. It's unable to be implanted, right? Until there is implantation in the womb, there is no conception yet. Sexual intercourse is not a sign of pregnancy. The sign of pregnancy is conception, right? I mean, some people have been barren for years, they've been having sex for years, but they've not had any baby because sex is not equals to baby. What is equal to baby is conception, right? Because conception has to means that there is now an implantation of an embryo in the womb, right? In the same way that something is entering your head, entering your head, entering your head, does not mean it has entered your heart. The fact that you are hearing something does not mean it has entered your heart. When it enters your heart, then it means that it becomes a concept because the word, another word for embryo is called conceptus, which is called concept. What is concept? Concept is a picture of an idea. So when you conceive your vision or your purpose or the desire that you have or the things you want to manifest, when that thing is conceived inside you, how you will know is that the picture of it will be clear. When you don't have a clear picture, you have not conceived yet because it means that you don't have conceptus. It means you don't have embryo. It means there is no implantation happening in you yet. How will implantation happen? Seeing frequently, hearing frequently. That's why we talk about the seeing and the hearing the other time. That's how implantation will happen. All right. And when implantation happens, the next thing to do is to keep feeding it, keep feeding it, keep feeding it, keep feeding it, and keep aligning yourself with actions that will make it manifest. Just like a woman keep aligning herself with actions that will help her baby come out effectively. I hope that helps. Thank you so much. That will be all for now.